Good morning, my friends. It's about 6:30. The loons woke me up. It's time to wrap it up here. Get everything packed up and paddle over to the Portage and haul that whole stuff back over to the other side. And I want to get onto the big lake before the wind starts again like yesterday. I'll check the weather again here, which by the way I do with my InReach Mini as well. It costs me one of my messages that I pay for with the subscription, but I get a extended weather forecast for like 3 days or so, and hourly as well. So it's pretty helpful when you're out here for several days and you have no internet, especially when you go out on big water like this. Otherwise, I just go, and if it gets too windy and I can't handle it anymore, I'll just flag down one of the taxis, one of the water taxis, and they will pick me up. What a cool morning with fog again. I hope I can wrap it up, my packing fast enough so I can paddle a little bit in this. That would be so cool. Awesome. These loons are amazing. I'm here packing up my stuff and they sing the whole time. At night, during the day, in the evening, doesn't matter what time it is, you hear them. So if you want to hear or see them, come up to the north to one of those nice clean lakes. I think they prefer clean water, so if they're here, that means the water quality is very good. And enjoy their singing, because no other bird does this, I think, quite like this. I'm all packed up, guys. I'm ready to head out. But let me show you real quick what I have here. Of course, the giant backpack that has the rain cover on it, which I use at the bottom of the canoe. So if water gets in from paddling, my backpack doesn't get wet. It seems to work pretty well. And actually, I've thought about what to do in the rain. I could just get another cover like this and put it on the opposite side where your carrying straps are. So that way it's protected from both sides. That's definitely cheaper than getting one of those backpacks that are waterproof. They cost like $200 or $300, and I would use it next to never. So it's actually not worth getting one of those. But a cover like this is fairly cheap comparatively, so we'll see. Anyway, so that's all of my stuff with the tripod, water bottles. My dry shoes are strapped in here. Everything fits in there, on the outside and the inside. And I have my Nikon in this Migo bag. You've seen me use those before. I actually have two others that I brought on this trip. I usually have the medium size one that I carry when I backpack. But this is just a small one to hang around your neck, really. And this is the really big one, which I ended up not using that much on this trip. Probably should have gone with the medium size one, but this one has like two openings on the side. One over here. Here's the other opening. And this little thing there is an outlet so you can charge your stuff. You can put a battery pack in it. It's got the cables inside. And you can just attach your cables over there. You just unhook this little latch there. And there's also some kind of little pocket on one of the sides. Oh yeah, here. For extra stuff. This is actually a really cool waterproof or stormproof backpack that you can carry in different ways. Like a normal backpack, you can cross the straps, or you can hang it around your shoulders one-sided. And I thought I would use it a lot more, but so far I haven't. So I might just use it in Montreal in the winter when the weather is bad. And here's my little Daypack. You've seen me use this many times on my trip already. It's got a patch there where I had to cut it open because my zipper no longer works, unfortunately. So I have to maybe contact them and see what they say. But this is the company. I absolutely love this little backpack. It folds down to nothing, to the size of my palm or smaller. But yeah, if the zipper no longer works, I can't put little things in there. Everything just goes into the top, rolls up like this, and it's completely waterproof. So waterproof bag, stormproof bag, stormproof camera bag, smaller one, and my giant backpack with everything. So yeah, that was a nice little campsite. I am so glad that this worked out, that I didn't have to paddle around some more to find something to camp at. But now it's time to go. There. The fog has lifted now. Seems like the loons have quieted down for the moment. The sun is peeking out. Time to hit the water. It's going to be a nice day for paddling. Hopefully the wind will stay nice and calm when I'm on the big lake. Alright guys, let me get all of my stuff down here to my canoe so I can get out of here. Time for another portage. Still no more fun than the first time. And the mosquitoes are back. I'm glad that I got the lightest Kevlar boat and not a heavier one. It's more expensive, but I don't think I could carry anything heavier than this comfortably. Well, I finished my portage. Thank God. I think it was worse on the way down because I wasn't used to it yet. It wasn't that bad this time. I think maybe I had the balance pretty well too, and found some comfortable spots on my shoulder to rest it. It would definitely be helpful to have one of those cushions that strap onto this thing. Forget what it's called. But when I was down there, the guy who gave me a ride out here, the water taxi guy, he was down there waiting for people. So I had a quick chat with him again. He said I don't have to check in with the rangers on the way back. You can just leave. He said, as long as you give us our canoe back. And I said, well, maybe, because I like this canoe a lot. And it's true, it's a good canoe. It's very lightweight. I just met some super nice people. Father and his son, they're staying out here for a week at a Big Crow where we were at. And they were just taking some of my gear halfway. And then they turned around and the rest of the crew came for them. So, but they were nice. They just took my stuff. And I just had my backpack. And they helped me carry my things. So I say it over and over again. You meet the nicest people when you're out in nature. Just super kind and thoughtful and helpful. It's a pretty big lake, but it's very calm today. I think in the wind this wouldn't be super fun. It's supposed to be maybe 4.5 or 5 hour paddle all the way back down to the other end. So it's going to be a long day of paddling. You get into this rhythm when paddling. It's almost zen-like. I think runners might know it as a runner's high, but I know the same thing from paddling. It becomes very easy and just rhythmic. It's a very nice activity. I don't get that from backpacking, because you just have this heavy load on your back. But paddling, super relaxing to me. Hard to think that in a few hours I'm back in civilization again. It's always a hard part after a trip like this, when you're completely immersed in nature and all the beauty out here. And then you go back to your super loud and busy city, or wherever you might live. And that's always tough. But let's not think about that right now. I still have a few hours left on the water. I was so hungry. The whole time on the portage I was hungry. And started to paddle. wind has kicked up some. It was a little strong here just a moment ago. I'm going into the wrong direction, not the way I want to go. Just kind of found a good place for the canoe to sit and not float away from me. Oh man, that was a struggle. I was just coming from our picnic spot. I don't know if it catches on the camera. Little island there. It really doesn't seem that far, but I was paddling like crazy to make it to the other shoreline for some wind protection. I jinxed it when I said it was nice and calm. That was really hard paddling, and I felt like I wasn't making any progress there for a while. And then I just changed direction to come straight to the shore, which is not the direction I'm going for the outfitter, but I think it will help me get there faster if I just hug the shoreline instead of going beeline, basically. Whew. Quick breather, and then I continue. Maybe I'm 1/3 of the way now. I have to check actually, I'm not sure. Sweet sight after all this work with the wind. It was very exhausting. I'm so happy to be at the car again. The paddle really did exhaust me a little bit. My muscles hurt everywhere. My back, my abdominal muscles, my arms, my shoulders. The wind was really quite strong, and I had to push quite a bit at times to make it. The wind was pushing my canoe sideways, and I had to really push to get it straightened out again. Oof, that was pretty rough. I haven't had to do this in a few years now, but I made it. I wanted to give up and call it taxi, but I just pushed on. What is that saying? I forget who said it originally, but many people quoted it afterwards. It's fatigue makes cowards of us all, and I was almost a coward and called the taxi, but I didn't. So yeah, so we're just driving back to Montreal now. This is the end of my adventure, 5-day adventure. That was pretty amazing. I hope you enjoyed this as well, and if you did, share it with friends and like the video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this, because I'm going on trips like this every few weeks or so. Alright, take care guys, and go have your own adventures out there, and let me know what you're doing.